Well, welcome to another class, another mathematics class. In our previous class, we started with indices, and then we did row 1, row 2, row 3. Today, we are going to talk about row number 4, and this has to do with products of indices. Products, what do you mean by products? Multiplication. When something is in bracket, for instance, we have things like xa into bracket over b. X is the base raised to an exponent of a. X is the base raised to an exponent of a. Exponent or indices. Exponent. Exponent or indices, then multiplied by b. When we have something like this, what is the rule here? X a into b, exponent. So what does it mean? A base raised to a power of an exponent of a into bracket b. What does this mean? X a then times b. That is what this place is telling us. For instance, if we have y raised to power 4 and then into bracket 2, what are we? This y multiply this 2 multiply everything in the bracket. Y 4 times 2, that's y raised to power 8. This also means y raised to power 4 in 2 places. We multiply, and this gives us y 4 plus 4. That's y raised to power 8. So when we talk about product of indices, everything within the bracket is multiplied by what is outside the bracket. Let's take some examples. Number 1, x to the power of 2 into. We can do this in 2 ways. It means x to the power of 2 in 3 places. And this gives us x, a common base from the previous row, then 2 plus 2 plus 2. That's x to the power of 6. This is a method. We can also come this way and say x to the power of 2 into bracket exponential 3. It means x to this bracket means multiplication times 3 equals x to the power of 6. We have the same answer. Product of indices. What is outside the bracket multiplies what is inside the bracket. Let's look at another example. Another example here. Number 2. We have z3 to the power of 5. It's the easiest way to do. We just say z3 times 5. That gives us z raised to the power 15. Or, a broader sense, we can say z3 in 5 places. z3 in 5 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We pick one of the bases, z, then the rule that we did earlier, multiplication in indices to the power of the exponent means we had 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What does this give us? Z. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 3, 9. 9 plus 3, 12. 12 plus 3, 15. You see, we have the same answer. Number 2 or number 3, g minus 2 to the power of 5. What is here in 5 places? G minus 2 times g minus 2 times g minus 2 times g minus 2 times g minus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What does this tell? Gives us a common base. We pick one of the bases, g, then minus 2. We had minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 2 plus minus 2, that's minus 4. Minus 4 plus minus 2, minus 6, minus 8, minus 10. So what do we have? G minus 10. A faster route is to say g minus 2 raised to the power into bracket raised to the power 5. We multiply g minus 2. The bracket indicates multiplication times 5. That's g. 2 times 5, 10. Minus times plus minus. We have the same number. So the multiplication rule is faster and easier to do. We just multiply whatever is within the bracket by the exponents of the bracket, or what is in the bracket. Number 3, minus 3d raised to power 3. How do we do this? Everything here multiplied by what is outside. Minus 3d squared times minus 3d squared times minus 3d squared. That's just the meaning. 1, 2, 3. Everything into 3 places. Minus times minus is plus. Then plus times minus is minus. 3 times 3, 9. 9 times 3, 27. Then we come with the d squared and say plus 2 plus 2. That gives us minus 27d raised to the power 6. This is a longer route. The indices rule. The indices rule minus 3d squared into 3. When we have a negative sign that is multiplied in odd number, the negative sign remains. But when the negative sign is multiplied in even number times, it becomes positive. Now minus in 3 places, that's minus times minus times minus times minus. Minus times minus is plus, then that plus times minus is minus. So we are going to have minus 3 in 3 places, that's 3 times 3 times 3, that's 27. That's minus 27. And then we say d squared times 3 minus 27 d 3 times 2, 6. We are arriving at the same number. This is faster. This explains this. So in the product of indices rule number 4, we just multiply the exponent outside the bracket multiplies what is in the bracket. Let's take a look at a different modification of the same. Let's use the same. This is a little different from the previous question. How? this exponent only affects what is within this bracket. It doesn't affect these 3. And what are we going to have? Minus 3d squared times 3. Minus 3d, 2 times 3, 6. This is not the same as this. These 3, that is exponents, affects everything within this bracket. While here only affects what is in this bracket, which is d squared. Minus 3d squared is affected by 3 here, but only d squared is affected by what is here. Let's take another example. Number 5. Therefore, s squared raised to the power of 5. Or let's use, we've been using odd numbers, let's use even number this time. Now, negative sign in odd number places remain negative sign. Negative sign in even number places will be positive. Minus times minus times minus is odd number places 1, 2, 3. It will remain negative. But negative sign in even number places 1, 2, 3, 4 will be positive. Minus times minus plus, plus times minus minus, minus times minus plus. So negative sign in even number places will be positive. So what we have here is minus 4 to the power of 4, then x squared to the power of 4. That's the meaning of this. So we have 4 times 4 times minus 4 times minus 4. Minus 4 times minus 4 times minus 4 times minus 4. So it's going to give us plus, because minus times minus is plus, plus times minus is minus, minus times minus is plus. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. And 64 times 4, 6, 1, 2, 5, 6. So we have 2, 5, 6. Then we say x squared times this. That will be x squared times 4. That will give us 2, 5, 6, x to the power of 8. That's the answer we have here. That's the answer we have here. Let's look at another question. Number 6. Let's look at something like s squared y third to the power of 3. Everything outside multiplies what is inside. This means s squared into 3 y cubed into 3. X 2 times 3, y 3 times 3. That's x to the power of 6, y to the power of 9. What we just do, we just say 2 times 3, 6. 3 times 3, 9. Simple as that. We may have a different question that says, let's use something like x squared minus, let's say x squared minus x squared y to the power of 3. What we'll have, we just say 2 times 3, 6 minus x 6, then 3 times 3, 9. This is what we have. Product of indices, anything within the brackets. Thank you. With this, we've come to the end of today's class.